Hey, beautiful people, it's Kia. Hope that you're well. Hope that you've been well. I wanted to thank you all who have elected to subscribe to my channel. I ask that you share it with others and continue to follow me on Twitter if you have not. Kinetic Kia. Also, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm Lox Chica on Instagram. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about building bricks in relationships. And what I mean by that is being with somebody, whether it's a friend or in a relationship, you can build bricks in either. I'll give you an example. Someone has hurt you. Your friend or your significant other or even your spouse has hurt you. And instead of communicating that with them, you lay a brick down. And then they do something else, or they might even repeat the same type of behavior again because you didn't tell them. What you did was you laid a brick, and so they do it again. And now you've laid another brick. And this goes on. The brick building. And it continues to the point where the bricks create a foundation around you. It creates such a foundation around you that it even exceeds your ability to see. So your sight is cut off by the bricks that you've laid. And the other person could or could not have been doing the same thing that you were doing, bricklaying. And even if they didn't do it, they're going to be outside of those bricks. So there is no communication now. There is no understanding because the bricks have been laid. And these bricks, like I said, have exceeded your ability to see. And it's also, even though it's done in a way that it's not an actual physical brick building, it's done in such a way that the other person feels the brick building. And so it creates this space, this gap of space between you two. And you start to wonder, how did that happen? And it takes some evaluation because you have to examine you, and then you have to also look at the other person and even know how they operate, to know that you have to understand yourself and how you operate and understand the other person and how they operate. And brick building is detrimental to relationships, no matter what kind of relationship it is. When the only type of brick building that you should be doing is building homes. Other brick building is detrimental to relationships. It shuts people off. It closes people off. And it does not provide an open forum for people to interact and engage with you. If you are a brick builder, if you know someone that is a brick builder, communicate with them that it's ineffective and you want to communicate with them better. You want to have a better understanding of them, but it's difficult for you to do that if they're brick building. It's difficult for you to have better relationships with people if you are a brick builder. You have to lay the bricks down, and you have to be open. You have to be willing to even hear those things about you that you don't want to hear. You have to be willing to hear it and listen and accept, especially to those who care, those who want nothing but the best for you. There are certain expectations that we put on people in friendships and relationships, and that's your expectation. That's not their expectation, especially if you're in a place where you feel like they should know my expectation. So what they're doing is they sitting over like, I know what Kia is thinking. No, nobody has time for that. We're not doing it. If they're, you can't even have an expectation and expect somebody to completely go with that. Because sometimes, I'm not saying don't have standards. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying sometimes we have a certain expectation level from people, and it's like ridiculous. Like, I expect for when we go out for you to pay every time we go somewhere, or I expect every time I want to do something for you to just do it. No, those are like ridiculous expectations. But you should be communicating whatever expectations you have with whoever it is, your friend, your partner, your spouse, so that there is no room for confusion. And then there's no room for later building these bricks, which create, it really just creates that gap. And once the gap is created, once the bricks are so high that you can't see the person, and bricks are pretty sturdy, you can't even hear them. Once the bricks exceed your head, you can't hear what that person is saying. You can't see them. And so it's very, very difficult to start chipping away at those bricks. But nothing is impossible. Start chipping away those bricks. Stop building up those bricks. Take the time to start really caring about your relationships more. Because a lot of us are blessed with really good people in our lives. Know that. Respect that. And honor that. I'll leave you with that. I love y'all.